You're on TV now. Say something, Travis. Come on. All right, I'll shut it back off.
Man, dumping. And the tailing. Feels like elk season. This is why I pulled all that material off the dirt before I left on Friday. Alright, I screwed that trim board on there so we can pull it back off if I need to adjust that or change that out or change the elevation. So yeah, just keep it simpler. Right, those doors were kind of bowing a little bit at the top. There's a piece of galvanized angle iron on the bottom to stiffen that up and hold it straight. The tops were starting to curl a little bit, so we'll wait. We'll just let them hang for a couple days, closed, and before we get carried away adjusting them. They're really close in the middle. I got to lower one end a couple turns, half a turn on a nut, and then that should line that up. We'll probably end up fashioning some sort of astragal as a weather stop where they overlap. There's so much material built up hanging out past the foundation there that I may mount a piece of like a sacrificial cedar ramp there to put the tractor in and out. There's not going to be a lot, but it would be foolhardy to have hung the doors at the floor level, because then water just hits it, runs down and blows under inside. So either you have to deal with a rubber threshold that can wear out, or you just hold the door down so it presses into that lip, and the water, any water that makes it through there will have earned its way through. So at this point it should just drain all past. There'll be a concrete apron here that it can run away on. All right, close those up. Got a bucket of Kumlin to take home for the night. And we're gonna head out. instead of starting with a full 10 there, I sort of skipped over here so that the outlet fit into a void a little better for the electrician. And then we'll just pick up the layout and run towards the front from there. Okay, so I've got this board, there's 3 notches in it for here. This spot here is 30 inches, so it's 3 boards wide, but I can't center one because it would need a bat. So I have to basically split the seam, and then we'll notch both ways out of that and adjust the board width across the top of the header. So I'm going to show you how I scribe the board for this side here. Okay, so we're up tight there, we're plumb. We have a gap of 3 inches, which is what we have down below. So we're gonna go rip ourselves a board that's 3 inches wide for this. Now this is at the angle, so that's still 3 inches. Okay, real quick here, I've got these notched, and I want to show you, not that it's important, but you can kind of see that that notch is crooked because that's where the beam, you know, it's scribed to the beam, so the beam is crooked, and that should fit right in there. So I'm going to stick it up in there. All right, so now we've got those split right down the middle. There'll be a bat butting the top center of each one. And I think all of these are going to be some variation of that. But if I can do the same detail on that one there, that should be good. I don't know how those are going to lay out yet, but I can adjust the width of the coursing above these doors to make that work, just so that I maintain a little regularity here. You gotta lose about a 1/4 inch total. Put the plank up one little bit here. top beam there is twisted, so you can kind of see how that scribing method works. These have all been fitting really good. Seems slow, but if you only got to do it once, it makes it go quick. Land prone died. Over here. All right, so the track's gonna mount right to that. The flashing, really don't need the same head detail as I did on the front and back doors. So we'll mount the track external here. I'll work out the trim later so that it comes up a little tighter when the door shuts, more like a man door. But we will mount that track, and then it just gets batts up top that will shed water over that. Those batts will butt under. I can put caulking into there, but I'm so far under this overhang that it really doesn't matter. So we're just gonna keep putting batts on there, and then try to finish out this wall today. I'm only putting batts on high. I'm not putting them on the wall yet because I still have an elevation question for the owner as far as the patio out here goes. So anyway, lunchtime now. Alright, that was a good fit. The top of the beam is twisted that way, so I had to fit the long side of the notch under the short side of the placement. But it went in. All right, all those bats are caught up. That looks nice. I'm gonna hang this door next before I move around to the other side or do something else inside. I'm not gonna do the final trim around the doors because I want it to match the bigger doors, and I want to consult with the owner. They've got a super good eye and really good about laying stuff out the way they want it. So I'm gonna wait on that, but it won't change how the door hangs. So I'll get that in and up and we'll go like that. Oh, I have to scribe that board and put the last bat on short of the corner. So I'll do that right after coffee. Okay, nice and quiet up here today. The electricians are gone until I get some more exterior trim on, siding on, so they can do their exterior trims. And super nice out here today, so I'm going to work from here that way. I'm not in the drip. The roofer's not coming till later. All my material's set up, so I'm just going to keep working away. This part down here is caught up through there. We're ready for the glass doors to go in there, and I just want to consult. I think I talked about this yesterday. I want to consult with the owner about some of the bat details and how it ties into the trim, because I don't want to just paste it on there. So we'll do more on that later. But looking forward to seeing how far I get here today. I have the door on the other side to use as my, pattern, so I don't have to stop and think about this. I can just go over and look and see what I did on the other end. So we'll try to get past this over to there, and that's what we'll do. Okay, we gotta weed down through this pile here to get to some usable material. 96 plus an inch and 3/16. Looking for 96. All right, got that done. Got the header pieces set and the door flashing roof done. Both sides of the door where that break is. I went ahead and skipped past that because it just sort of slows you down and it's easier to do once both sides are bracketed. But I've got some ladders to load up for the weekend. Some material to cover, put away for the rain. It's supposed to rain again tomorrow, Sunday. And I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for watching.